Onward to the crater. All right. Aloha, everybody. Coming to you live from the summit of Kilauea. We are walking down the Crater Rim Drive to where Kilauea crater is. And this right here is one of the subsidence cracks that went through the road. You can see they put a plate over it. They have pretty well roped off this whole area right here so that you're directed to just walk right over the plate through the area. And we're gonna do our best to walk you down the road. Sorry if it's shaky at all. It does take some walking to make this happen. You can see here, these are more cracks that show the summit just kind of slumped in. All right. So anybody local to the island? Some area right up here is where the Park Service is talking about or considering opening up a little viewing platform. I do not believe it has been done yet, but I guess we'll find out as we walk up the road right here. We are probably pushing somewhere an hour, maybe a little more, until the sun set and it goes over Mauna Loa over there. So, see what we can't do about getting some views of the crater. It's gonna be a nice afternoon today. From right here, that is Mauna Loa volcano in the background. You can see the Jagger Museum perched up there on the cliff. And here are today's guests walking down the road. You having fun?
Yeah, of course.
Right on. You're going live to the world, girl. Apparently, there's a lot of people around the planet who really like following volcanoes. There's not too many people that show it live every day, so that's trying to bring it to the planet. We live in such an amazing age where we can actually use technology to bring people to places that they may have never been or seen. Maybe they don't even know about.
So true.
Being a teacher of geography, you could understand that.
Yeah. That's why I love my job.
That's right. Right on. So this big cloud layer that you guys see right here to the right, that's hanging out over the caldera, that's actually being created by all the steam coming out of the caldera. And then it just kind of like, how you say, it all gets together up high and turns into that little cloud layer. But right here, it's where it's all developing and going upward. I believe it's turning into this first little cloud right here, the big one. Yeah. And then it's kind of wrapping around and turning into the whole layer.
Hey, we drove through yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. We're coming from Kona.
From the south?
From the south.
Okay. Did it rain? To the south?
No, I just maybe a tiny bit.
Okay.
It looked like it was about to rain.
Yeah.
It was like super dark everywhere, very ominous.
Because to the south of the park here, there's very, very rarely any kind of weather. You can see, obviously, it's like a big, giant desert. But
initially we wanted to go stargazing tonight at Mauna Kea.
yeah.
But it seems like very cloudy. So
You know, one really cool thing about Mauna Kea is, see how this one goes above the cloud layer?
Yeah.
It does the same thing. A lot of times you get up there and the clouds will literally be kind of like this, and then the stars are here. And Mauna Kea is the best place on the planet Earth to see the stars. There's the least light pollution and the most distance to the star. That's why all the big observatories are up there.
What do you think? Should we go tonight, like at night, or should we go like maybe tomorrow morning for like sunrise or something? Or?
I personally would, either is good. You want to make sure that you get partially in the night so that you can see the stars.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that you dress warm, yo. That won't happen. Also, the heater in the car always works, so don't hesitate to use that. Yeah, so all of this right here is a big lava field, or a, what do you call it, pumice or something. It was, Jeff, what do you call this exact lava? Pumice?
Pumice.
Okay, it's pumice. This was all rained down from Pu'u, which was, in 1959, there was a huge fissure that was kind of like the Mauna Ulu one Jeff was describing. And it came out of the ground right over there. And it lasted for about a month. There was a huge lava lake that was built up, and the whole time the fissure was raining down, you can feel how the wind's coming this way. It rained all of this down and killed all the forest that was right here. So this area has been pretty barren for a while. Okay guys, we are showing up to Keonekakoi Crater. Well, this is an area where there's not a lot of berries, and there are a lot of nenes. So they like to try to preserve the berries for the nenes. There are other areas in the park where there are tons of ohelo berry. So, I guess it's all a matter of where and when. Alrighty guys, half a mile of walk is almost done. We're sitting right here at the beautiful Keonekakoi Crater and the massive summit collapse. Alrighty then. You can see from where we are. Again, for reference, Jagger Museum is right there on the hill.
So where did we start? Can you see it?
No, we'll see over here.
Okay.
This would have been from the 1970s fissure up here. This would have been a pad of lava that would have drained down into Keonekakoi right there. You can see on the far wall back here, there's another one. That was some ancient or older, or not really sure when lava flow. Actually, you know what? Hey Jeff, when did that lava flow come down the wall?
1973.
73 in the back there. Makes it easy when you have the roaming encyclopedia of the park.
No. Pull that out the front. This crater is called Keonekakoi, which means Cave of the Axis. Before the eruption in 1877.
There you go. You guys just heard Mr. Judd said Keonekakoi. Translation is Cave of the Axes. There used to be a big cave at the back of Keonekakoi Crater, and that's where the Hawaiians would go and harvest all their adze, which is what they would make their stone tooling out of. And then there was a big lava flow that filled in the bottom of the crater. Cave disappeared, and the harvesting of adze was over. So the pieces that were harvested out of there a long time ago have become even more rare. Okay. I'm gonna take you guys out here, give you a little look-see. Sorry about the shakiness again. Gotta get me a handheld stabilizer for this phone, huh? All right, guys, remember, while in the park, don't feed the nenes. The nenes are state bird. It's basically a Canadian goose that got lost and ended up in Hawaii a long time ago. And it was here long enough that it actually became its own species of bird, where it cannot, I believe, mate with the original Canadian goose anymore. All right, walking back up towards the crater view. Right, when we get up here, I'll give you guys some reference as far as what we're looking at. first, this is the fissure. From the 1974 eruption, you see. That's what it looked like. We are right here. As we look up this way, you can see up on the cliff, that is the volcano house. These tall trees are the golf course and volcano. That is the Jagger Museum. I'm going to take you guys on a quick walk to see the southern sulfur banks while Mr. Judd gives our guests some more awesome stories and information. As you can see right here in this viewing area, there's a nice little pathway that you can walk along. It's all roped off, keep people out of the area they shouldn't be in. I'm gonna take you right down here and see if we can't get you guys a good view of the old southern sulfur banks that's been completely re-exposed. Southern sulfur banks, we think, was probably about 12 feet tall or something like that before the most recent eruption. And now, I believe it's somewhere between 200 and 300 feet tall. Some of the views this time of day aren't going to be quite as intriguing because the sun is kind of in the way, but that said, we're getting a little bit of a respite from it right now. So this is the southern sulfur banks. See if I can get a little bit of stabilization so I don't shake so much. But right there, it looks kind of yellow. It's probably 200 to 300 feet tall now, going off into the crater. You can see right here, piece of the crater subsided, fell down. That's the piece that has the piece of road on it. You guys see that there? Piece of road cracked off the top rim, fell all the way down. You can see where that is down in the crater right here. We were just showing that piece of road. It fell down from here all the way down into there. So from this side, it is the end of the day. The sun is going away, so the view is not quite as dramatic as it is in the morning. If the summit is the thing that interests you the very most, the morning is a really good time to see it because the sun is setting over here. That means it's rising over here, and when it first comes out, it really lights this whole area up fantastically. So now you guys have gotten a little bit of a tour. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are on the Big Island of Hawaii, I recommend coming into the park and seeing all the new changes. It is absolutely amazing. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a wonderful Saturday, wherever you are in the world. Live from Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. My name is John. This is Epic Lava. Aloha and hui ho.